Hi and welcome to 3 Minutes On. This week we have Alice Vincent, who writes about gardening for the Telegraph, teaching us about urban gardening.
If you're a complete beginner when it comes to urban gardening, there are a few places you can start, and there are a few things that you should bear in mind before you begin. So the first thing I'd advise is that use, Pinterest and Instagram for inspiration, but don't get too hung up on what you see there. A lot of the time, if you tap in balcony gardening, you'll see professional photos that have been landscaped by professional gardeners and probably aren't really used for a real garden. Don't stick to it or expect that your space is going to look like that, because it probably won't, and that's okay. The other thing I'd say is that just go and look at things and ask people questions. So go to your nearest flower market or maybe to a plant nursery, and it doesn't matter if you don't buy anything or if you're completely overwhelmed. Have a chat to the people who work there, because they're really passionate about plants and they know a lot, and they kind of want you to buy things. The next thing I'd say is take a look at your space. You might only have a windowsill, or you might have a backyard, or you might have an enormous garden, or you might have a balcony. Right here on this balcony, technically shouldn't be a good space to garden. It's north facing, it's 60 feet in the air, it's made entirely out of concrete, but you can grow things here. Try giving it a go whatever space you have as well. So if you're a complete beginner, I'd recommend that you grow from small plants or seedlings first, rather than growing from seed. Growing from seed is great and it's really exciting, but if you've never grown anything before, it might just fill you with a sense of underwhelmment if it doesn't grow. And the thing is, stuff dies all the time and it's not your fault, it's okay. If you want to grow food, then I'd recommend parsley is very easy to grow, basil is quite easy to keep alive, lettuce plants in the summer, they grow like crazy. Flowers, you can't go wrong with geraniums. This is a geranium and it'll just keep going for months. So if you live in an urban space or a city, chances are you probably don't have a car. So I'd recommend things like looking for some plants online. That can be a bit of a minefield. So there are some really good services that will deliver you plants and things once a month. There's something called Seed Pantry, which can set you up perfectly to grow all of your food from seeds. There's something called GeoFleur, who sends a monthly subscription of really beautiful succulents and houseplants and things like that. And that can be a good place to start, because you'll quickly learn to know what you like and what you don't. But also I would say that things like soil, look online, get that delivered to you, because believe me, going out and carrying bags of soil back is really hard work. Also, don't underestimate your supermarket. At certain times of year you can buy loads of trays of plants and flowers, and really cheaply, and that's a really good way to get into it too. I suppose the other thing to say is it's okay if you just want to go crazy and buy loads of plants. You'll bankrupt yourself really fast, but you will learn loads from them as well. The one thing I would say is that, believe me, when I tell people I'm into gardening, they normally look at me a bit weirdly. So don't think of it as gardening, think of it as growing stuff. Think of it as growing food to eat or growing plants to make you happy. And it's okay if it dies, it's fine. If it makes you happy, that's what matters.
Thanks, Alice. If you'd like to speak for 3 minutes on something, email amy@3minuteson.com, or if you think there's a video we should be making, let me know in the comments. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe for new videos every Tuesday.